He was a visionary, a titan whose name echoed in boardrooms and whispered in awe across global markets. His empire, a sprawling testament to ambition, seemed as unshakable as the sky itself, a fortress of financial might. This detail matters. But even the strongest fortresses can have unseen vulnerabilities. This individual, accustomed to control, unknowingly became the perfect target for an adversary who understood that true power lies not in acquisition, but in strategic dissolution. This detail matters because it. Beneath the surface of prosperity, a phantom was at work. Not a brute force attacker, but a subtle architect of chaos, meticulously planning a heist where the prize wasn't cash, but the very essence of existence, identity. This detail matters. The date, August 13, 2026, would mark the pivot. It wasn't a sudden implosion, but a carefully orchestrated sequence, a digital mirage designed to systematically dismantle an entire financial legacy without leaving a trace. This detail matters because it changes. It began subtly. An anomalous transaction, a flicker on a screen, easily dismissed as a glitch in the vast digital ocean of his enterprise. The first tiny crack in an otherwise impenetrable facade. This detail matters because it changes how. Then came the whispers. Unsettling reports from obscure offshore accounts, fleeting mentions of shell corporations never before seen. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, planting seeds of doubt in fertile ground. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. The architect's genius lay in isolation. Each move was designed to sever connections, to break the digital and physical ties that bound the fortune to its rightful owner, creating an uncrossable chasm. This detail matters because it changes how the documents vanished, digital records were wiped clean, and even personal correspondences began to disappear, as if never having existed. The effort was to erase not just the assets, but the very memory of their existence. This detail matters because it. When the full scope of the problem became undeniable, panic began to set in. The Titan found himself adrift, his once solid foundation crumbling beneath him, facing an abyss of his own making. This detail matters because it changes how the. Who was this phantom? No ransom demands, no threats, just a silent, systematic erasure. The adversary was a ghost in the machine, a master of financial misdirection and digital deception. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline. The grand estates, the lucrative investments, the precious art collections, all began to slip through invisible fingers. The fortune wasn't stolen, it was expertly dissolved into a network of untraceable digital shadows. This detail matters because it changes how. Beyond the staggering financial loss was the profound human cost. Trust evaporated, relationships fractured, and the Titan was left questioning everything and everyone, trapped in a labyrinth of suspicion. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and authorities were baffled. The precision and scale of the operation pointed to an insider, or perhaps a syndicate with unparalleled access and expertise. The investigation became a desperate race against time. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. Every avenue of inquiry led to a dead end. The digital footprints were expertly scrubbed, the physical trails deliberately obscured. It was like chasing smoke, the evidence always just out of reach. This detail matters because it changes how the motive remained elusive. Was it revenge, pure greed, or a twisted game of power? The lack of a clear objective only deepened the mystery, making the adversary seem even more formidable. This detail matters because it changes how the. By the time the dust settled, the fortune was gone. Not merely depleted, but fundamentally erased from the financial landscape, leaving behind an empty shell and a chilling testament to vulnerability. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. The architect of this vanishing act remained hidden, a ghost in the financial ether. Their identity and current whereabouts are a secret, a dark legend whispered in hushed tones. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and the case highlights the critical importance of robust security, diversification, and constant vigilance in managing vast wealth. Complacency, the architect showed, is the ultimate vulnerability. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and witness accounts fit together. Financial institutions and individuals alike must adapt, implementing advanced, multi-layered security protocols. The threats are evolving, and so must our defenses against them in this digital age. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and witness accounts. August 13, 2026, remains a scar on financial history. A stark reminder that fortunes can vanish like smoke, leaving behind only questions and the chilling echo of an unseen, uncatchable enemy. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence,